This is the 85 millimeter. Just how does a vintage lens stack up to a modern Cine Lens? Okay, that's really what the whole point of this thing is. They're both on a Kaipon Bavai speed booster. Um, to me, the Kaipon Bavais is much better than the Viltrox. Yeah, I said it because guess what? With the Kaipon, I can attain infinity focus, and with Viltrox, good luck. I don't have time to be screwing around, the glass inside of a speed booster. It's very ghetto. So here's the two lenses side by side, the Jupiter 85 with the Rokinon 85. Here is a low light test, okay? This is a low light situation, supposed to be low light. It's lit for low light. That's how it's supposed to be. This is a moonlight shot here. The white balance inside the camera, which is a GH5 in this particular shot, is dropped down to 2900 Kelvin, and there is a tungsten light hitting the background. And that's it. That's all that's in this shot. It's supposed to be super dark. The point is, these are micro four thirds sensors. Here's the setup. That's all I had was a Lowell Pro 250 watt mini Fresnel. Okay, so and that's what it is. And because micro four thirds sensors combined with the speed booster, you're hoping to get more light. Everyone knows that GH5 and all those. Everyone says how bad they suck in low light. This is pretty low light situation. Now here is the Rokinon lens on the Kaipon Bavais. Pretty similar shot here. All I wanted to do is see if I can use both of these lenses side by side in a double camera shoot. That is the point of this thing, to see if it affects you guys anyway. Not to say, oh, this video doesn't show enough comparisons. That's not what that's about. This is what the video is about right here, this shot. One is a vintage lens and one is a modern Cine Lens, and one of the vintage lenses is on a GH4 and the modern lens is on the GH5, okay? And we're just comparing how the GH4 with the vintage lens compares the GH5 with a modern lens to see if you can shoot both of those camera configurations side by side in a real world shoot setting, which is something that is coming up. So, this isn't like your normal Caleb Pike video, okay? This is a little different here. Okay, so now what we have is the daylight, and these are daylight differences. Now, this is another Shane Herbert tip. I'm literally just, as he puts them out, he's putting out tips on Instagram right now, so you get them while you can because his classes are very expensive. So this is the next one he did. He did a little tip just yesterday on room tone, right? So your key light, whatever your key light is on your subject, in this instance, one of the key lights is at like 55, 5600 Kelvin, and the other light, the room tone light, the ambient light, needs to be 2000 degrees higher. So in our case, the fill light of the room is at 75,000, something like that. So it's roughly 2,000 degrees higher Kelvin degree wise. And then this is all we're doing. Now we're comparing these daylight shots of the close up. And one of these is the Rokinon, and one of these is the vintage lens. Now, as I'm looking at these things, to me, the vintage lens, the colors of it, I actually prefer over the colors of the Rokinon.